Yes, sir. It's best gambler in Texas, hood fame, Lil Ronnie, and I just jumped off the porch with dirty glove bastard. Long live my nigga Pooh, man.
Count a lot of Skrilla till my fingers looking like they got split up. No bank account, I'm stuffing racks in these got packs in the den. Come on in, you can come and get a spin, but then
All right, y'all. So we got the one and only hood fame Lil Ronnie out the porch with us today. How you feeling?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. Now, Atlanta, this ain't your first time here, is it?
Nah, you gotta let them people know too though. When you say who we got in here, the one and only hood fame Lil Ronnie, you're correct. But we got the best gambler in Texas, literally. Like the laughs and shit cool, but I ain't told no joke shit. I'm literally best gambler in Texas. Like,
okay, let's talk about it then. You being the best gambler in Texas, how long would you say it took you to perfect your craft?
Really, it was an organization. They had to do all my stats. Took a long time for the stats and stuff, but don't get me wrong, I did get put in dice school when I was about 7th or 8th grade. Don't get me wrong.
You was in the bathroom shooting dice, huh?
Actually on a sidewalk type shit, but I graduated with honors.
You graduated with honors?
Literally.
Really? Okay, so let's talk about that. So with you, did you make sure like you completed all your work before it was time to have fun, or was it something where like, wait, actually let me reword that. Are you one of those people that can like, you don't have to study, but you could take a test or something and you just don't get a good grade on it?
Correct. I ain't too much have to study gambling. Like, you asking like, I got my honors in it, but I ain't have to too much study with gambling. I did get taught like dice school, but shit, when I got my honors, I got them early.
So we're talking about dice school.
Correct.
Dice school, okay, cool. I'm glad you're clarifying that because you took me there a little bit. Okay, so when it comes to the dice game, what do you feel like people make their biggest mistakes at? If you can talk about that.
Thinking that they lucky.
What's the most you made with dice?
To be honest, I done had days where I probably go home 15 or 20,000 profit. I done had days I go home like 5 or 6,000 profit. It's just like, you never know. Some dice games last over 24 hours. You'll be still in the same game.
24 hours?
Literally.
So doing a dice game for 24 hours, like how much money can you leave with?
However much you want to. I don't give a damn if you only won $5. You can go home. We could be in here shooting 10,000 apiece, 1,000 apiece. If you only won $500 and want to go home, you are welcome to go. Tear your ass.
Dang, that's crazy. What's the craziest dice game that you was in?
What? The craziest?
Shit,
I ain't gonna lie. I done had some crazy dice games. I done been in crazy places shooting. I done had crazy shit going on while you shooting. I done seen crazy shit happen while you shooting. I even seen a nigga just watching bets and he passed out, literally.
What?
I don't know if he seen too much money getting betted or what. Literally passed out.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I do remember you had went viral for your birthday present that you received.
Literally.
So with that situation, like when you made the video, did you expect it to do the numbers that it did?
Nah.
That shit was funny as fuck, I'm not gonna lie.
I literally didn't.
And then you're saying literally, and this is your word, just to clarify for everybody, you the one that came up with the word literally.
Yeah. You know, like somebody else made the dictionary, but I'm the person that actually made it okay for you to say it, make you want to say it. But you actually do say literally damn near all throughout your day, sometimes or maybe, but they don't say it as strong as I say it. Like I'm like the bling bling of Hot Boys with literally.
So do you feel like you get credit for that?
Maybe not yet,
Yeah.
but hell, nah, don't get me wrong. A lot of rappers, hell yeah, or a lot of people, they like literally, yes. So they give the credit like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna say they don't.
Okay, so let's talk about all the trends that you set, because you just set some. So real quick, I want you to pop your shit in this camera right here for people that don't know.
Oh yeah, Best gambler in motherfucking Texas, literally. You know what I'm saying? When you hear that motherfucking wops, when you hear them thunchos, when you hear them scandos, literally, that is a big motherfucking inspiration from hood fame and Go Yayo at the most. You hear me? Literally at motherfucking Go Yayo, man, my little brother. Finna get out soon. He incarcerated right now in the feds, but if you know, like you know. If you don't know, you will know in a little bit. But look here, one of the biggest out of motherfucking Texas, literally, and you say like the trends or the inspirations or the motherfucking game or the whatever you want to call it, the playbook, the recipe, yeah, we with all of that. Literally, like from the day one to the end of this shit, like, yeah, we ain't running behind nobody's shit, we ain't copying nobody's shit, you know what I'm saying? We starting our own with this shit, so when you hear that WAP or you hear that WAPs, we ain't talking about the WAP that Cardi B got, we talking about a motherfucking WAP, a stick, a thuka, or whatever they call it, a gun, whatever they might want to call it. Yeah, we talking about all that, but that's part of the trends, you know what I'm saying? When you ask like that. But this gambling shit, we really the biggest trend with that though. But it's not just a trend, because it's actual like reality.
So this is a real organization. This is a whole different world.
Hell yeah. Literally.
Do you ever feel like when do you feel like gambling starts to get dangerous? The dice games, actually.
Gambling against us, the dream team. Like literally, it can always get dangerous. You're gonna lose. If you think that that's the most dangerous thing you can do is get broke, you're gonna lose, man. Like, shout out the dream team too, my fellas that's not here. Like, I'm on this road or I'm doing my successful drive on my, what you call it, best gambling in Texas tour. So a lot of my fellas from home are not here because they are so into their business that they run it or they time and they stuff that they got going on. Like literally my people can't even stop what they doing at times. But shout out like all my people that couldn't make it, but they already know what it is. From Black Monies to motherfucking Fofos to let me see, like I'm talking about Coon Paps or whoever couldn't make it. It's a lot of them. I ain't gonna sit here and name everybody, but literally like for the whole gang they couldn't make it and maintain and come here to make it to this motherfucker, it's still what it is. But you see I'm on this road trying to get there, you hear me?
Period. And we gotta get into the wardrobe because you got Lil Ronnie and C-Mo, y'all did a collab. That shit is hard.
Man, on this right here, man, shout out my boy Lil Ronnie C-Mo, man. He got some of the hardest merch that is coming out of Texas. I ain't even gonna say out the DFW, but out of Texas. But this shirt, it's a Bando Berry. Shout out Bando Berries, man. Shout out C-Mo. Pants is Levi's, yeah, but this ain't one of the ones that you can just go grab on your own. This is some of the shit that is like custom on, you hear me, literally. But shout out C-Mo, because I did get this from his store, Lil Ronnie Exotic Cereal Bar. You come down to Texas or DFW, it's kind of hard for you to miss this shit or miss us, literally. But shout out to the gang, man.
Now, I do want to talk to you about your music journey and how that's been looking like for you, and basically how we got to this point that you are now. Throughout your journey with music, what would you say are like some tough lessons you had to learn?
Tough lessons? Shit. To be honest, one of my tough ones was not speaking up as much. Probably like being so chill, and a lot of times I probably should have spoke up some or probably kind of said something. You feel me? That's probably a lesson. So a lot of times now, I'll be down there like front line trying to get it done without even hesitating. So that's a lesson, shit.
Why do you feel like you were really chill when you should have spoke up during those times?
Why do I feel like I was chill?
Yeah, like
shit.
Why do you feel like you just didn't address it up front?
Shit, because to be honest, you'll be thinking something that's not gonna be what it is. Like it'll turn out to something that you didn't think it'd actually go like that, or you didn't think it'd become that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some shit you might think might happen now or bypass, or you'll just let some shit be like how it's going. Like, don't get me wrong, I had a run with this shit, so where like I was passenger seat, so shit I was letting the driver be the driver. Mm-hmm. I ain't saying I just gonna sit in this motherfucker while it crash out, but I'm just saying like I should have just spoke up more, like here, turn here, cut your blink off, or damn near type shit, instead of just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Because it would have caused, it probably would have what you call it, prevented a motherfucking pullover. You know what I'm saying?
And I also want to ask you, during your music journey, did you ever have to take just like breaks to get right with yourself during your journey?
To be honest, did I have to take some breaks to get right with myself? Mm-hmm. Some might call it a break because they don't see you drop as much, or they don't see you active as much on your music and shit. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't too much say I had to just take a break. The only break I might have took is when I was kicking it, chilling, while my younger brother was he was hot and more entertaining and explosive at the shit at the time. So what the fuck I look like trying to argue with a motherfucker being there talking about I'm David Ruffin? Nah, we gonna get this shit going while it's pumping.
Yeah. Now, getting into your upbringing, what was that like for you? Like, how was you kicking it? What was it like in Fort Worth?
Streets. I ain't gonna say it was just the toughest of the toughest, but it was street. It's lit though to me because I'm older now, I'm mature. But I ain't gonna lie, it was rough. I was coming up, shit. I ain't gonna say just hard, but damn, I had a mama, brother, granny that I stayed in the crib with. I'm older now, and when I was like, 7th grade, 8th grade, my grandmama died. My brother hit the penitentiary when I was probably like in the 8th grade, and my mama was in the streets. So shit, I was staying with my bros that's like in the streets that I met, but they became a family once I stayed with them so long. It got so good, I introduced my brother to their mom, and it became a hell of a family. You know what I'm saying? But mind you, my brother was in the penitentiary when I was in the 8th grade, doing like a 6-year bid. But however that shit go, when I got older and mature and shit, I realized like, damn, your T. Jones in the streets go fonder. And why I say mature? Because when you're younger, you'll be like, I don't want to be around that, I don't want to see that, But when you get older, you realize, man, that's my motherfucking mom at the same time, so I'm gonna help her to shake back. If anything, I'm gonna take her like that. Mm-hmm. So shit, when I was turning around, going back to my hood to find her and shit, you know what I'm saying? We were having good vibes, good terms and shit. Long story short, as years went by, my brother did get out the penitentiary when I finished high school and shit. And he probably died a little bit after that. I graduated 08. Like, I made it out of high school 08. He died 2012. So, beyond that, I was still in the streets. I was still with that certain family or whatnot, but I was already beyond in the streets too. I was already gone in the streets. I was going to say, you know what, I ain't looking back. I'm gonna buy me places to stay and all that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But started my rap journey and all that shit. So when you look up, fast forward, you say the rap bringing to get me where I'm at. Look, my T. Jones gone today. I just lost her in January. So like, it's kind of hard, but at the same time, I'm at a point in my life where I'm at that keep going point, because you never know. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a keep going. That's where it got me at. That motherfucker got me at. I ain't stopping for nothing type shit, literally.
And when you lost your mom, how were you able to really just pick yourself back up and focus on your career like you are now?
I ain't never fall. Like you say, pick yourself back up. I ain't never slip. Mm-hmm. I ain't never fall. Yeah, I cry here and there, left and right, up and down, but shit, I ain't never fall. I still got motherfucking shit that I ain't even did yet to where you say speaking like that. Mm-hmm. I ain't made no hell of a mama songs and shit yet because I'm still kind of like feeling this shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But when you say like how you pick yourself back up, shit, I ain't fall. Shit, mama understand.
Right. And when I do say pick yourself back up, it's not more so interpreted as like, you know, like you fell off or anything like that. It's more so like dealing with the emotions of losing your
you gotta understand out here, like, if I did have somebody else to lean on or have to be like, here, give me a bankroll, let me go take care of my mama's funeral and all that kind of shit, it'll be different. But I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got homies that will hold me down in certain ways that's like family to me, to where like I can get anything from them. Right. But when my T. Jones died, like I'm saying, like, it ain't too many of us. We ain't had too much of family, so to have emotions and talk about who gonna help a nigga out and all that kind of shit, we ain't got time for no tears. This shit still gotta get paid for. Oh, it ain't no insurance on there? Okay, it still costs? Literally, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my aunt. He, my mama real brother, you know what I'm saying? He held it down like he's supposed to and shit, but he a distant aunt. He actually don't live here, he not from Then he all his shit is, he only come on the plane and handle his such and such. So ain't no time for emotions when you down there gotta handle everything. This is a funeral I actually did hands on and shit. That ain't
wow,
nothing.
So you planned everything.
Type shit. Even if I didn't, they helped or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my baby mama too, cause she did a very big part in that too, so I appreciate her for that too. But I'm saying, like, the people that did their parts and shit, I appreciate it, but you know, it all go with, I'm just saying, like, you didn't have time for emotions. It was time to actually get to it right here, right now, what we waiting on.
Right.
And then you don't even want to go out normal. You like, this tea lady, I want to make sure she go out in style. This only one time thing. Yeah. We ain't had too much of a good relationship coming up because we was actually so street, but at the same time, I love it because it was actually a relationship that built and it actually became maturing and knowing each other and actually knowing what was the past and actually forgiving each other type shit. So, like, hell yeah, it turned out to beautiful.
I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on forgiveness?
Forgiveness? Shit, you better realize you got one life to live, but everything ain't to be forgiven. You do got one life to live, but some shit, when this wicked world that they making these days, man, these motherfuckers will do some shit you know goddamn well you can't come back from. But hey, I can't lie and say that some shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna go down through there and just give you certain shit, but hey, like I say, man, motherfucker down there take your life and all that kind of shit, my nigga, and woo, yeah, that ain't nothing to come back from. Nigga hitting you with shots and shit, and woo, nah, man, we ain't doing that.
And also, what would you say is like your perspective on loyalty?
Like, what you mean, like?
As far as like, what does that definition mean to you?
It mean a lot because loyalty don't come with motherfucking relative. A motherfucker that is related to you is not always loyal. So I'm just saying, like, you'll find loyalty out of motherfuckers that you ain't never seen in your life. You'll be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't look for loyalty in motherfuckers you expect it out of. You better let that loyalty find you. That's what I got to say about that.
Do you feel like a lot of people okay, so for instance, like in the music industry, do you feel like a lot of people where they mess up at is thinking that, like, you know, everybody is their friend and like everybody is loyal just because, you know, y'all do business together? Correct.
Shit. When you talk about loyalty in motherfucking industry and all that kind of shit, you might want to add genuine in there because you want to watch and see who gonna do everything genuine. You talk about some loyalty shit, like, how the fuck can a nigga not do business with a person that's up here op or something, but they actually doing a real business?
Yeah.
They charging $200,000 to do the motherfucker. Yeah, it's $400,000. I'm not saying actually do the motherfucker, but goddamn, my nigga, you're beefing with him. This the nigga that's in between that you're cool with, and y'all just do music. He's not your friend. And he do a feature with this guy. You know what I'm saying? People do take it a certain way when it's over certain shit, but I'm just saying, like, you better understand business. So when you talk about loyalty on that part, is it loyalty? Is it genuine? Is it genuine? Because he just charged you $400,000. You talking about some, why the fuck did you do a song with that nigga? Bro, yeah, I just charged you. Why would, you know what I'm saying?
So let's get into your music. Now, with you and not consistently dropping, what would you say is like up with that?
To be honest, I'm not signed. I don't have a manager. I'm not saying that slowed me down, but I'm telling you this, I do all of that shit. I'm talking about from the promotional shit to the tours I'm throwing right now. The Best Gambler in Texas tour is actually through by me. I'm on there with Soulja Boy right now. I just left Las Vegas at the Lovers and Friends Festival. Tour will have more dates added to it. On the 19th, I will be in Denver. 27th, Wichita Falls, with all of these dates and everything is getting done by me. So. Dang,
so you as one person, you filling in the spots for everything.
Correct, but I'm saying, like, I will take a manager. I will take some motherfucking help. I will take a motherfucking distribution company. I will take a machine. You know what I'm saying? Tell that nigga P, while I'm out here, yeah, we can put something together. Nigga ain't asking for no motherfucking paper. Let's put some motherfucking paperwork together and make a motherfucking plan, literally. You know what I'm saying? He had some business like my little bro Yayo had ran into P before and shit, but when Yayo get out again, like I say, man, P, you'll see this motherfucker, man. We can get something going, that nigga get out when that nigga looking explosive again, literally. We know how to sit down and get this shit correct.
So, with that being said, when do you feel like you'll be able to drop like a full body of work? Or
I can drop a full body of work right now, but what you saying like not being consistent and shit is because I do so much other stuff, as in the merch I got coming out. I got literally merch on this way that I've been working on. I actually been working on that for a minute, but I finally felt like I found the right kind of merch, the right kind of collaboration, the right kind of materials, all that I'm finna drop with this album, which is a literally album. So when I do drop that, only thing I feel like held me back on certain shit is like what I said, I'm not signed, and a lot of artists that I do got music with, they signed and shit. So I'm also learning shit like that, like clearing songs and or like when you can like one is clearing songs, two is like I like having all my motherfucking videos and everything with my songs and shit. So sometimes a rapper come, you get your feature out of them, but you weren't able to get your time to do a video.
Yeah.
And so you damn near want your video and shit. I'm learning the game like that. I want all my shit before I even, you know what I'm saying, to put it together, because some shit you might not get out of it. So I want all my shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning the game on that part, but I got some features with big people that's literally, I need to holler at them before I be dropping it because you want to know what's up. Okay, what you call it? I got some new shit with Bank. I ain't gotta holler at bro, but I'm just saying he in the feds right now, so I would see what's up with him. You know what I'm saying? Icewear Vezo, new shit with Yavo, Louis Ray. Shit, damn, I can't even remember the rest. I got some more shit. But just period, when you got so much big shit like that, I ain't gonna lie, that's so many labels and shit in between. I done did some music with people before, and I had set it up the right way on the internet, on the iTunes, or whatever you might set it up on for y'all to get y'all splits. And they was actually down with a label that was so strong, when I looked later down the line, I wasn't even getting a percentage no more. Cause the label done actually down there, it's like put they shit in there the right way, the more right way, or something, or a more stronger way type shit. But I'm telling you, I took a nigga to the studio. I know that was my beat. I know that was my such and such. I set the song up, all this kind of shit, but the way that they shit was set up was like a little stronger when I kind of went back and looked at it. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I've been kind of hesitant on dropping music and shit, because I want to make sure everything's set up right. I don't care if it's like BMIs and all that kind of shit. I have it, but I'm like, nah, something wasn't right for that kind of shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's, do it hurt me in the long run? I don't think so, because shit right now, when I'm dropping shit that I know I had, they feeling it.
No, yeah, you hard, you definitely hard.
Appreciate it.
So when it comes to the Fort Worth music scene, where do you feel like that is right now? Or what does it look like to you right now?
To be honest, that motherfucker look cool, because I'ma say I'm in the part where like I actually know what our music is going on. What our music is kind of out here like. I don't care if it's beef music, if it's this side music or that side music. I actually hear a lot of that shit. I actually listen to it sometimes and shit, but a lot of people wouldn't even know that. They're like, man, what he listen to and shit? Like, nigga, I hear all them goddamn songs. Motherfuckers talking on this side and that side. So to me, I ain't gonna lie, Fort Worth music is lit to me, but you know, the outside world do not catch all of the music. They just look at the bigger people that actually making streams or bigger platforms and shit. Like what? Shout out to Yella and Trap and the Dub, just period. Like, you know, cause it's understood. If you gotta come down this way, Yella and Trap is big people down here and shit. And a couple more people, if I ain't just naming them off the rip. But I'm just saying, like, it's deep down way more motherfucking music going on. You get what I'm saying? So when they be like, it's dead, ooh, man, you don't even hear them kind of people music because you don't listen. You don't even know what's going on. Them niggas got a bad motherfucker right now against DGB motherfuckers. And you know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't beef, if it's just, I be like, nah, for that nigga got a bad motherfucker. Might not comment and say that. I might put a wolf flame or something, but nah, some motherfuckers got a bad motherfucker type shit.
I'm low-key glad you said that, because I feel like, you know, when it comes to like different sides or whatever, people will say that the music is trash and it's literally just because they don't fuck with you, but the whole time they know they feeling that shit.
What? I'm talking about when the whole little hood fame career run we had with music and shit. You know how many motherfuckers like fuck hood fame and fuck them and da 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 da. But when the song come on, it be the same motherfuckers like, or be hiding in their traps or hiding in their motherfucking cars and shit and cutting that hope on till you finally like have some of them niggas that be over there on their side like, nigga, fuck y'all. I don't give a damn, nigga. I'm gonna play that shit. That nigga, yeah, yo hard. I'm playing that shit. Man, come on, my nigga. Like, in this world, you gonna have 10 followers. If it's 10 motherfuckers in the room, like 8 of them are gonna be followers. They gonna just like, fuck you, just because them other niggas in the room saying fuck you. It's hard to catch you some stiff ass real niggas sometimes. They be standing on stiffness and realness just because, you hear me? They'll stand on it. It might look weird when they do it, but my nigga, it ain't too many gonna stand on realness and shit. So when you do see them crowd of niggas come out 50 deep and they down there wanna jump this one nigga just on some dry shit and that one nigga say, hey, what the fuck? Nigga, I been knowing this nigga. That my partner, or whatever the fuck it might be. Like, Now y'all get y'all ones or something. Like, it's hard to catch them these days because the other niggas will be already followers going right in.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense you right riding for your nigga, but my nigga, it ain't too many niggas that's really stiff and stand on business, like actually not with the follower shit.
Yeah. Why do you think hood fame caught a lot of like, just a lot of criticism in the past?
A lot of criticism, but shit, don't get me wrong. Shit, who else was the persons or people that was like big or actually making the music movement? Yeah, I ain't gonna say the biggest or all that shit really was the biggest, but I'm just saying like, who else is making the music movement where you can say something about they motherfucking shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, out of the DFW area, like at the time or at the, you know what I'm saying? All that type shit. So like. And what I say by that, like, of course, like if you doing something you supposed to get talked about, you supposed to. What? You better. We outside every other motherfucking day. A rap label, nigga, we ain't even no motherfucking gang. Nigga, this a rap label. So just imagine, good or bad, if you getting talked about, it's good because we was still dropping musically. The streams are still adding up. We still are here relevant in this motherfucking day of time when it's happened a long time ago when it started.
Damn. Well, I feel that.
Literally.
Now, you do, with this new album that's on the way, how long would you say you took the time in on it?
To be honest, shit, like a year and a half.
A year and a half?
And I don't even take that long.
So was it overwhelming for you to like actually pick out the songs and figure out which one you wanted to?
To be honest, hell nah, cause right now them motherfuckers is actually going off of what sound like a hit, then what sound like good, what sound like with a chorus, what sound like something that's actually a song. So it ain't too much hard. It's part of the learning process of making the motherfucking album.
Yeah.
I had a lot of learning process building up to making the album, so shit. And don't get me wrong, I want to drop it so bad right now, but within these next month or two, I'll say, I feel like I got some big people that I'm gonna network with just because of my networking and shit, how much it's building and shit. So it'd be kind of hard to drop it, because I'm like, shit, I might got some tough ass shit finna come in. As in when I leave here, the people I might meet up with in Atlanta, shit, I might drop some badass shit today.
Now, Atlanta, when you come to the city, like what you be getting into?
To be honest, I can't say I come out here and get into a lot.
Yeah.
I ain't been here, like, I can't say when the last I've been here. But when I was coming here, like, it's times I did come here and have a blast. I want to say, like, I was coming here since, like, 2014 or something. I don't know, probably before then. I was coming down here fucking with my partner when I was fucking with Solo Lucci.
Oh, you was out here in 2014, so who all were you able to connect with that you still have, like, a good dynamic with?
Cinco, shout out Cinco, my nigga Cinco. I ain't gonna lie, I met Cinco a long time ago. Still to this day, he good people. And it's so weird because I know in Atlanta they had like a rap thing going on with Rich Homie and Cinco. But at the same time, when I met Cinco, my people was living in Atlanta and they was working with Rich Homie people at the airport. Shout out Rich Homie Dre. And they been always telling me like, hey, fool, I be working with Rich Homie brother. But Rich Homie wasn't even big yet. He was like, hey, fool, my brother finna be big, fool. He finna have to come out this song type of way. We charging 500 features right now, and I ain't even jump on it. And I'm talking about this was then. And I was fucking with Cinco and shit then. And I'm talking about still to this day. Like, it eventually came out like, Rich Homie ended up, like, when he used to come to Texas a lot, he'd always be at my people shit. Like, we'd always be together and shit. Never did no music and nothing. I'm just telling you, it's so tight. Like, he family. But it's weird because, you know, with Atlanta shit they have, but that's just people, and that ain't even just why I say music. I ain't even did a song with now one of them. That's networking and down there like fam on both. But besides that, when I came down here back then, I used to see a lot of people when I was on old Nat, fucking around and shit. Back when T.I. and shit was sliding through old Nat, with and Troop was over there and shit. So like in Atlanta, a lot of people know Troop, R.I.P. Troop. But we used to run around with Troop and shit. When I was running with Troop, that nigga used to run up on Rockefeller and shit. I ran across AI. They were calling it, but at this time they wasn't even saying AI. And where I'm from, all right. Long story short though, like when I used to come out here back then, Troop was like a good ass person to have in Atlanta, like a hell of a networking person type shit. So I ain't gonna lie, that was like him. Back then, I used to be with Lucci, and he would have Cricket around a lot, director Cricket. He lit, like, you know what I'm saying? He was good people. Like, there was a lot of people back then to where, like, to this day, I do still connect with some of my people. Like, don't get me wrong, even when Yayo was spending time with QC, we met a few people and shit. Like, it was big, like, you know, everybody can't go to QC studio. We was going to QC studio back then and shit. So like I actually did see some people and shit. So like, but now to this day, don't get me wrong, I'm in my new time, I'm in my new run. It's like a 2 Chainz Titty Boy run, I feel like. And I ain't even went nowhere, but like it is some people that still keep it 100, answer that phone and be like, bitch, pull up. Right. Literally.
Now you got this new single, Commitment, out. So let's talk about that and what it means to you.
Everything. It really means what it means to the world. It's not even to me. I was speaking to the world when I made that song. Like shit, first off, free my nigga Yizzle. You might be listening to what I'm saying, but I'm telling the world, free your people. I'm yelling, free my people, it's free your people. But at the same time, commitment. It's a commitment on everything that you doing. I'm telling niggas to wake up every day and get that cash. It's a commitment. Literally, it's a difference when you really in your bag and consistent. It really is. So I'm letting people know, like, shit, feel like that every motherfucking day. I don't give a fuck what you spent or you just lost yesterday, because this one right here, we gonna actually every day get up and get back to that cash. I don't give a fuck how bad our habit costs. Literally.
Now, with Commitment, the numbers that it's doing right now, what does it feel like in this moment to just like wake the people up with this one?
To be honest, shit, what it feel like they feel it. Like it feel like they feeling me, but it's like it took a second to even make that kind of song to where y'all feel that or feel me. And it ain't even started yet because I ain't even actually put it on the album. I just dropped the single. I ain't even put it on the album to even give y'all that full song yet. Yes, it's a visual and shit out, but I ain't even had the time or had a chance to even put a machine behind it. What if I could have a machine behind it? That's what I'm actually looking for. You know, like actually putting a machine behind it. And it's taking off at the same time. So if it do as much as it can do without a machine, just imagine what it'll do with one.
Right. Now, I do want to ask you before we wrap up, what would you say is up next for you? I know you said the merch. I do want to talk to you about the merch. Because this collab shirt that you got on right now, like that's a part of your merch too.
Yeah.
That hoe is hard.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be some of the most lit merch because I got some of the most lit people working with me on it. So like, just being with some of the people that I have networked and connect with, they have not been stingy on some of the business that they have been sharing with me for me to get to the next level on the stuff that I'm doing. So I appreciate them for that too. But I'm saying like they have not been stingy on the plugs on the stuff that I do need and shit. So like I'm telling you, when I do get this merch together that I am about to drop, it will be damn near amazing looking. It will be the kind of merch that you'll be expecting to go with the album. And music-wise, visual-wise, what we got coming up next? I know you about to drop this album literally, but outside of that. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I got a lot of shit coming. Like I got one of my next ones, like with it just being this week. Friday, I'm gonna drop one with Yavo. Before I even drop the album. Midnight, I'm on this new Soulja Boy album. Shout out my nigga Soulja. I'm on there 2 times. I shot both visuals with him on that one while we was on the Best Gambler in Texas tour. Them motherfuckers should come out real soon, so I ain't gonna lie. You might look up and I might fly like a whole bunch of other shit, so I don't know.
And do you have any last words or shout outs? Mr. Best Gambler in Texas.
Man, best gambler in Texas tour still going. If you want to add dates, you want to add gamble appointments, you want to add shows, you want to add any motherfucking thing. You want to see me in your merch because you like the way I wear this motherfucking pants with this shirt, literally, all you got to do is hit the DM. Hit the motherfucking tag, the number, whatever you can to get at me, literally. Holla at who you know. And that's how I go.
What's been on your mind lately?
All right. Come on. Are we already going?
Yeah.
Let me see. Shit, on what? Like what? Like shit, best gambler type shit? Like what? If anybody feel like that, anybody, I don't care what state you in. I do say I'm best gambler in Texas, but if anybody in any state, I don't give a fuck what state it is. You think you can beat me at any kind of gamble. What is it, 4, 5, 6, what, 2 dice, sell me a double in 2 rolls, literally. I'm Mr. Sell me a double in 2 rolls. I break mamas, aunties, uncles, grandpas. Shout out to Finesse 2 times too, but I seen the youngin' that y'all just signed a 10-year-old. I do break kids. I don't whoop kids, but I will break kids, literally. I'm just saying, anybody that they had that they feel like that they want to come at me. Oh yeah, they got this new nigga too. Hustle Cartel Gaming or some weird shit, where he'll pull up and pull his mat out and gamble you any motherfucking wherever I catch you at, I'm gonna break you too, because I had a couple people coming to me like, hey man, have you seen this guy? No, the fuck I haven't, but I just have seen him because I do my research, my gamble stats. You ain't shit. I checked your stats. When I had checked your stats or wherever you from, you was ranked like number 73, and that's in the 30-year-olds. I think you was over 30.
So you really be studying
Huh? What were you saying?
You really be studying the stats.
Mm-hmm. Gamble stats, you gotta go to the dark web.
You gotta go to the dark web to
Literally.
see it?
Gamble stats. Like, you know how you can have a person come in a gamble room and he be like, all right, you was like the gamble stats, the dark web. Yes, all of that is real. You actually can go and check the stats. You don't want no random straggler ass nigga that's walking in the room, ain't never shot the dice in his life and be talking that shit over the hype because he's seen on the Instagram. Like, no, we not just finna gamble
So
anybody.
you actually go do your research.
Yes,
to
I
make
do
sure.
my research. You know, it's a lot. It is some dudes that is doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the little people that's getting their gamble on in certain areas. But I have been all over Texas and met a couple people, and I have never met a twin. Literally. Shout out to the cities that do have a couple people, man. I like Bo Money, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to humble my boy Lil Pig. Shout out to Tyler, Texas, too. My boy T. Jones. Shout out to Houston when I was out in 281 Studios. Shout out to Galveston when I had to go over there and break a couple people over there. When I had to go by Abby's and all that gas, whatever it is. Tanks, where else? Well, like, it's a couple places when I was in Long View on Marbley. Like, I'm actually best gambler in Texas. Literally, these stats are real. When you go back and you try to ask your people that actually is from that place that you're from or they from, hey, fool, did that nigga actually come through there and kick some nigga's ass and didn't get broke? Yeah, fool, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga did come through here. He tough in the motherfucker. Literally, like, you're gonna get those real stats. These are facts. This ain't no cap.
And I know that's right. I like that.
Literally. I mean, you like the truth.
All right, it's a wrap.
A lot of Skrilla to my fingers looking like they got splinters. Fuck a bank account, I'm stuffing racks in these denim. Packs in the den, come on in, you can come and get a spin. It depends, got it looking like it's thrifty. Sipping